Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. I get the opportunity to show you, for the first time ever, a production copy of Mythic Mischief. One of my most anticipated games from last year. This is a asymmetric, abstract game where you're maneuvering people around the board. The reasons why you should be excited and paying attention to this is coming from IV Studios, which have insane production quality, have delivered, this will be their third project on the way, and they're just an outstanding group of individuals. And Mythic Mischief is a game where you're controlling 4 elements of the board state. With your asymmetric player powers, you're controlling the meeples that you're moving, you're controlling your opponent's creatures, you're controlling the board itself, manipulating the walls, and you're controlling the big Tomekeeper, who's the individual that wants to capture you. Now, the copy that I have here is actually right before your final production run. This is coming from Panda Manufacturing, and this is the product quality control check that they send out. So there are a few things that I'm going to point out that are quirks that are going to be changed between the copy you get and the copy that's here in this box. But this is as close to a final copy as IV Studios will have before Panda and the distribution center start shipping them all out to you. So I get a chance to show this off. I get a chance to be excited about it. I'm going to steal a few components of it, and then I've got to send it back to them so that they can, do their due diligence and make sure everything is perfect for you when it arrives. So, Mythic Mischief. Now, some of you will have this Kickstarter elusive big box, and some of you will be getting these smaller kind of side expansion boxes, depending on how you backed and what factions you decided to go ahead and order. And if you're seeing this at retail, you're going to be getting some packs like this mixed in with a medium-sized box for the core game. So keep your eyes open for all the options out there. The cool thing is that as you start integrating and messing with your game, each one of these packs add a new module and a new way to experience it with the asymmetric faction inside, like the ghosts here. So opening up, first off, we have a beautiful cover, an IV Studio Kickstarter exclusive edition. This is the Headmaster Pledge that I'm unboxing here, and I believe everything should be inside of it. What's cool about this one is one of the things that they have to correct. This one says exclusive. There's missing a C, and I and Austin have advocated for calling their future print runs the elusive editions, not the exclusive editions. But let's look inside. So one of the great things about this is the playmat actually fits inside. Now, it's a little tight, like just to the edges, but if you can see, without bending, without twisting, without turning, box lid goes on clean and smooth, and that playmat just sits very comfortably there on the top, which is amazing because I don't like having to store playmats. So that's a plus. As we dig down, you'll see we've already been breaking open and playing with this one. We have some of the little rule books here, and we have the final print of the main rules. Let's see if there's any flavor text. Within the hallowed halls of Mythic Manor is a repository of tomes. While not off limits per se, these tomes have been deemed either too valuable or too dangerous to be handed without supervision by a teacher. Recently, students have been circumventing such restrictions, so a new teacher has been put in charge of the tomes. The students not so lovingly refer to this teacher as the Tomekeeper. The seriousness with which the Tomekeeper executes their duties has led to a new competition among the students. Who can hide the repository of tomes without getting caught? The Tomekeeper is making their rounds in the Segul library, and a copy of the returned tomes list has fallen into the students' possession. They know exactly where the tomes need to be placed and in what order. The only thing they can change is the path that the Tomekeeper will take to get there. It's the perfect chance for the students of Mythic Manor to finally prove once and for all who is the best in class. So that's the concept of the game. Inside this giant box, you'll have the little modules that we've pulled out. You'll also have 2 playing boards, because the 4-player version of this game actually uses both playing boards. We have a gameplay coming over to the channel soon showing off the 4-player Blitz mode, which was a riot. Let's keep digging into here. You'll have your individual character player boards, double layered, beautiful, with the artwork here printed on the back. And each one of these are going to have the set of icons that dictate the type of movement rules you'll have, special abilities that you get, and locations to slot and maneuver your dice. The factions we have are the witches, which are powerful at jumping around and teleporting, the ghosts, which can move through walls and move through other individuals, the zombies that have a lot of throwing abilities, the trolls that can just grab and push people, the wizards that are good at manipulating almost every item more effectively than other players, the monsters who are good at pushing and scaring. They also have one of the most powerful throw abilities in the game, and the vampires, who are great at luring people from far away, one of the only factions that can manipulate people from the other side of the board. So those are our characters. You're also going to have a big handful of walls here. As you can see, these walls are going to be the things that actually get placed onto the board as the barriers that you're maneuvering and manipulating around. They'll get lined up in different slots here, and these are one of the elements that you can shift on the table. All of those fit nicely into this bucket. We have our Tomekeepers. Now, your Headmaster Pledge will come with 2, because again, in the 4-player version of the game, you're actually playing on 2 mats with 2 Tomekeepers you're warring against. These are slightly more purple than the copies you're getting. The copies you're getting will be black. I am planning on stealing one or both of these purple Tomekeepers because I like them, and I think it's fun to have little quirky things in my favorite games. Down here is going to be each one of our faction houses. Now, all the components for each faction house will be able to store just in these trays, so you'll be grabbing them, and you'll be tossing them in front of players. I will show off these minis in just a second, but you can see every single one of these trays pops out, and every single one has all the factions we're looking for. And the ghosts, if you're getting these little small boxes, will have the rule books placed in, the board placed in as well, and a faction tray locked in there too. We have 2 copies just to show off what you're getting. The last thing in here, we're going to have all of our terrain tiles, the rubble, and the locations where people are trying to get. And then we're going to have our card pack. The card pack will run solo mode. It'll also run before lunch and after lunch, which are going to be the 2 different systems in the game that dictate how the Tomekeeper moves, sort of the AI system there. Let's take a look at these minis. The minis look fantastic. The only thing to note is, just like the Tomekeepers, the colors are not quite where they're happy with them being. They're actually going to make them a little bit more vibrant across the board. And inside each one of these packs, you'll have a set of dice. You'll have a set of tomes. You'll have some of your abilities, and you'll have your set of 3 minis. They're easy to put away because each faction is also numerated in a way that makes it simple. So, we've got our red ghosts, which look great. Minis are nice and good quality. I'm very excited for people to get them. We have our witches. We have our purple wizards. The witches need to be a little bit more of a vibrant pink, and the purple needs to be a little bit more of a deep purple, not quite as pink as it is right now. These are our trolls, no, our vampires. This is going to be a little bit more of a vibrant kind of neon blue. They just look so cool. They just look so cool. We have our little dwarfs or gnomes. These are going to be fun to paint. I can't wait to see what some people do with them. I know you don't need to paint them because of the vibrant colors, but I think some people are going to have a lot of fun just customizing all these minis. So, there you have it. That's the base structure of the game. I'm insanely excited for you all to get your hands on it. I mean, diving into this, multiplayer, solo, 2-player, 3-player, what is my favorite player? I think 2-player is still my favorite player count, but 4-player with Blitz mode would be a tough competition in that. But this is just a game. This is a game that I have been excited to share, excited to show off, excited to introduce to people for the longest time. I think people are going to love it. And when they get their hands on it, please let me know. I know some of you are going to be tuning back in. I know some of you are massive Ivy Studio fans. And so I just can't wait for you to get a chance to dive in, play, and just experience the thing that I've been playing the prototype since it arrived about 8, maybe 6 to 8 months ago. So it's your turn. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Just a quick unboxing, just a fast little showcase of everything going on here. I can't wait to share it all with you. Whatever the case, whatever you do, remember to do the important thing. Get out and play some games. I'll see you next time. Thank you.